In the African setting, you find that families are always giving out to extended families. I knew all about giving right from a young age. So it's a part and parcel of African traditions and cultures to give to one another. So that was always at the back of my mind as I was growing up. But that was not what brought me into formalized philanthropy. That was basically a calling as far as the Rose of Sharon Foundation was concerned. A calling by God. God dropped a scripture in my heart, a scripture I'd never read before, a part of the Bible I'd never come across. It was the book of James, chapter 1, verse 27, which talks about looking after widows and orphans and visiting them in their various needs. So from that point on, I haven't looked back. The Rose of Sharon Foundation was set up as a result of that, and we've been helping widows and orphans ever since. The widows lose their husbands and their lives are turned around suddenly because they themselves now become the breadwinners for the entire family. No matter what it was that, the kind of lifestyle that she had led before her husband died, she suddenly finds that she's impoverished and she has nowhere to turn, nowhere to go. And they turn to friends who might help for a while, but they can't help forever. So which brings organizations like us into the picture. We do a lot for the widows. First and foremost, we empower them. Because there's no point counseling them, encouraging them, praying with them, and not provide practical solutions in their lives. Otherwise, it basically means that you're saying, okay, be thou warmed, you'll be fine, bye-bye. That doesn't work. As a business woman or a business person, you should use what you have to provide for those who are in need. It's very important for businesses to be able to recognize the fact that there are those who are not as fortunate as the business owners. So you need to bridge that gap by providing for those who would need your assistance. Some of the lessons that I have learned particularly is that one is investing in humans. You're not just giving for the sake of giving. You're changing the situations of human beings around. You're making a positive change, a positive difference in their lives. Because when you do something positive for them, they realize it, they recognize it, they know that it's a new beginning. They feel loved, and they are attracted to you. They're attracted to the society. Their perception about the society and the world begins to change, and in their minds, it's like, oh, so it's not so bad after all. So thank God that there are those who think about us, who know about us, and who want to do more for us. For philanthropy to be more effective, most especially in Africa, it needs to be formalized. Formalized philanthropy is new in Africa. It's gaining ground. It's bringing NGOs and foundations together to be able to improve on what they're already doing so that it can be structured. And when it's structured, you can measure what you're doing. And when you are able to measure what you're doing, you'll be able to decide on how much more you need to do or that you want to do. We want a situation where we're leaving legacies for the next generation, and that they too will do the same for their next generation, so that the foundations do not die, so that they'll continue to improve and touch lives, and not just remain within the African continent, but spread all over the world by God's grace.